What's up? What's up? What's up? Think you know what I mean? Trying some things out, man. I told y'all, man. Try some things out, man. So I hope you streaming this good. You know what I'm saying? Um, any kinks or whatever that I have, I'll fix them later. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. So we're gonna see how this goes, man. I should be live on YouTube and I should be live on Facebook right now. Um, Hopefully my sound is good. You know what I'm saying? I did a sound check through the system, but you never know, you know what I'm saying, how the people, how y'all hearing it. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to give me any feedback or whatever, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Yeah, let's calculate. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm trying to do something, man. So, you know what I mean? Bear with me while I fix everything up, make it nice for you, you know what I'm saying, and get everything situated the way I want to. Right now I'm on Restream. It's a platform, uh, video casting, podcasting platform, and I like it. I like the setup of it, so I'm gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? See how it rolls. Um, but I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be switching over to this. So because I want my broadcast to be a lot more clear. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I bring to you. Um, Also, see, like, got to get used to. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna clean all that up. Don't worry about it. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, character, acting. You know what I'm saying, and being part of it, just filling out the role. You know what I'm saying, that I play right now as a person that's feeding this medium for, you know what I'm saying, all my people out there. But yeah, today's little podcast is going to be, you know what I'm saying, we're going to switch it up from sports today. We're going to go into a little bit of relationship stuff, you know what I'm saying? Um, just some little heads up on on a particular topic that I kind of came across watching, in particular, Facebook. Yeah, so um, I guess I saw a post um, one day, and it was a young lady, and I guess she was just kind of talking about don't worry about what's in my cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup. You know what I'm saying? It's my cup. You know what I mean? But she was just talking about how she was um, contacted by a male. You know what I mean? Dude didn't give him no attention. Um, Kept contacting her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see some of these posts, man. They get they get out of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Like some of those dudes, man. Um, we just be wild with it. You know what I'm saying? I know because I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what y'all feeling, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have never done it to that. I've never done it to the stalkerish point before. I've never gotten to that level. I never needed to. You know what I'm saying? I got a mouthpiece on me, so I don't really never need to get to a stalker level. You know what I'm saying? But I've had a few stalkers. Yeah, they won't admit it, but you know what I'm saying, when these stories come out, because I got to get you content. So, you know what I'm saying, 47 years, I got a lot of content to tell you about, talk to you about, and even emulate um, and reenact. You know what I'm saying? Some cool stuff for you guys, man. I'm gonna get this stuff out of here, man. Put this stuff on this social media now. There's so many avenues and places for us to go. But back to the whole relationship conversation that we're talking about with this post that I saw. Everything you get from, I mean, that's what this medium does. So this particular post made me kind of feel in a certain way. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, seeing guys doing this kind of stuff from this particular person's post. That's how I started off. It's kind of like, these guys are kind of weird. They are weird. But then I just kind of thinking about it, like um, the whole kind of concept of today's episode, uh, relationships easy mode, right? Easy mode. And I feel like the easy mode is more teetering in the woman's direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at it, actually, when I look at it, I feel like women have more of the easy mode up front, and I feel like men have more of the easy mode in the back end. So, um, kind of just to kind of, it delve into, what I mean about the easy mode, right? Easy mode is kind of a concept of how um, people are dating nowadays. And I think a lot of people, are men and women, are complaining about the dating pool, but easy mode, I feel, um, is kind of a way of people being able to almost like speed dating, right? Speed dating, right? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what we're at. We're in real life speed dating, not at a restaurant where it's sanctioned for a speed dating event. We actually have people that are actually speed dating in real life, right? Going from one person to the next person, finding kinks, problems, issues, red flags, um, and reasons to not date somebody, right? And I've jumped on this topic before, but it's not just women. You know what I'm saying? Men do it too. I mean, shoot, what's his name? Um, um, what's his name from Friends? Joey. I mean, he had a girl. He had a girl every week, man, because he didn't like something about her. Seinfeld too. You know what I'm saying? You already know how. You know what I'm saying? Old school pimps is. You know what I'm saying? You know how people come from my neighborhood is. So you know what I'm saying? Like they've been reading, tweeting, and throwing them back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Anyway, but up in the front, I think women get the easy mode more because they're able to. This is why this whole post brought this whole conversation piece up for me. They have the option of being able to what I call luxury of rejection, right? They have the luxury of rejection. Women have the ability to reject a man all the time. I mean, just from the posts that I was talking about, and there have been many. I've seen many posts of women posting up um, contact from men that is unwanted, unwarranted, and won't stop. You know, so pages, right? But I've seen that, right? And I feel like the luxury of rejection women have because they have the ability to be like, oh, I'm not responding to that. I mean, men, on the other hand, we don't really have the luxury of rejection. We're getting to that point now. Like I'm sure women are starting to feel that because we are getting to that point to where men are like, hold up, nah, you don't cut it. You don't cut it. Um, so, but it's like I said, teetering more on the women's side when it comes to that, right? So then, that's a fun tool. I mean, that's a fun uh, moment in time to be having, especially like for men. Men, that's why I said it more in the long run for men because men, when we get older, we get able to do it more than when we're like 17 to 25. 17 to 25, we're getting rejected more than we're rejecting, right? It's starting to switch now, but anyways, we're getting rejected more at that age than we are. But once we get older and once we get established in what we're doing, getting our creativity comes out, our aggressiveness, our confidence rises up, our arrogance gets to the point where we're able to take control over things and be in command of things and management and all that. So later in life, the easy mode kind of switches to us when it comes to that rejection part, right? Um, Also, in regards to all that, women have the luxury of social media. Like I said, with this post that was put up, and um, you know, people will co-sign, jump on board. All the other ladies, feminists, even some men. You know what I'm saying? Like people will. You'll have a following when you post stuff like this, and you let people know that somebody's doing this, and people are like, "Wow, wow, that's crazy, that's crazy." Um, you know, but sometimes I feel like men do it too. Men do it too. They do it too. I've seen men post things about baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying, and how females are and stuff like that, and how they wish they could be different and all that. So I do see it on their end. But once again, I think this is also teetering towards the lady side also because I feel like I've seen a lot more bashing. Um, the significant the other person on the women's side than I do bashing on the men. Men aren't really bashing the women as much. I think women are just kind of like a guy that hits them up, 5 6 times or whatever, asking, "Hey, how can I talk to you?" And not the weirdos who are like, after 2 times of hitting you up, you don't respond. Or like, "Fuck you, bitch." Excuse my language. Excuse my French. But I'm talking about guys that are just like, "Hey, how you doing? You looking good today? Hey, how you doing today? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a response today? Something like of that nature, to the height of that nature, but not none of this weird stuff going on. So I've seen guys be bashed at just that, and I think that that's unfair. Um, I think that men on a rejected scale take it more personal than women know. You know what I'm saying? But I changed when I went into collections. When I went into collections, they taught me that every no is closer to a yes. So I really started being like, you know what I'm saying? All right, ain't working with you. All right, go to the next one, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, next. No, call it 725. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Some people, take it hard. Like I said, some of these guys that be writing these little weird ass messages and stuff back and forth to a person that doesn't respond to them. The Gong Show. I feel women always talk about showing their woo woos. Guys sending pictures of their woo woos, just unsolicited. What they call it, unsolicited dick pics. Right? You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is once again, this is another subject that's kind of teetering onto the lady side on this one, right? So, because I mean, think about it. Hey, some of this stuff, I'm saying it, but like, think about it, right? I'm gonna break this one down, right? So, unsolicited dick pics, right? Y'all hate that, right? Y'all do, right? Okay. What if it was on the other foot? What if a guy was getting unsolicited pics? I'm asking these questions right now because I know people hear some of my stuff and they be having questions about why my opinion is what it is. So my opinion on the ding dong pics is like, you kind of blowing it out of proportion, and I'm giving you an example of why. If a man got an unsolicited vagina pic, I'm just saying. Do I even need to say anymore? What do I talk about? I'm just saying. Do I even need to say anymore? Right? So that's why I said that was a little bit complaining on that one. You can you can weed them out with that, right? So so let's say you get a long dong, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you like, hey, keep him, put him in the mic callers. I'm just saying, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Give y'all some free game, right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, dudes out there, man, y'all gotta stop doing that, man. Stop sending them unsolicited, man. At least ask first. At least ask them first. At least, hey, you want to see my thing? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm giving free game to everybody, man. That's how we doing this, man. So, yeah. So one of the things I just kind of touched on, I think women complain about it more than men. Teetering over to that, really complain about the whole dating scene more than men. But I think they have it on easy mode first. I think they can weed men out. Um, Probably get like 50 to 60. Man, probably get somewhere like 50 to 100 DMs sometimes, man. I mean, honestly, I would have to say y'all average between 50 to 100 DMs. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be too far off. It's an average, you know what I'm saying? Which means that some are getting way more, some are only getting a few. But I think the high average is 50 DMs a day, between 50 and 100 DMs a day, man. So, and y'all get to weed them out. If we had them numbers, it'd be different. That's why I say women complain more than men, because we don't have the opportunity to complain that much. If I was in the back in the dating scene, right, and I was getting 50 DMs a day from women, we don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? Luxury of rejection. We don't have that luxury. I mean, it's starting to swing our way now, and we'll a little bit in a little bit. I'll touch on why, right? But we don't have the luxury of that, so that's why our complaints aren't as high as you guys. But we do got some complaints, man, because the dating scene is getting garbage. It's getting, it's looking like, what are the dog days? It's looking like the dog days. When you talk about lakes at the end of the summer, the dog days and shit. That's what the dating pools starting to look like, bro. And you know what I'm saying? That's just this is how it is, bro. This is how it is. But you got to weed them out. You know what I mean? You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. You got to weed them out. But the men are starting, but y'all call it sassy, right? Y'all call it sassy, and I get that. I can understand that, because coming out with our feelings as much as we do, we can we cannot control them. I mean, that's not us. That's your superpower. It's not ours. We're learning how to do it as men. We're learning how to be more emotional and control those emotions, because we're going to be emotional, but we're trying to learn how to do it so that it's okay, but at the same time control it, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to help us along with that. But one of the things that's really kind of taken a hold, a grasp of us men, us kings, is the money, right? We're kind of becoming numb to this now as men. You know, it's becoming like, okay, all they want is the money. You know what I'm saying? So men are just going out there because money is something we're getting. Everybody's getting it. We got to go get that money, right? So most men are saying, well, that's all y'all need, and that's what we're getting, and it's easy to get money. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you're going to be about. Cool, right? So men are becoming more numb to that whole situation and using money to get what they want. You know, flashy things, cars, rings, um, you know, all that life. And the ladies are appealing to it. So the more guys are just going to use that as the catalyst to be able to bring you into their you know, bring you into their home, do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting people on free game, man. This is real game. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Ain't nothing wrong with us, you know what I'm saying, getting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a lot of game, man. I've been around this block for a minute. So um and that's kind of what happened with being numb to this. That's kind of what the whole concept of the MOB. So I'm not saying something that you guys haven't heard before. You know what I'm saying? That's where MOB came from, because it's like, right, money over. You know what I'm saying? So, and you interpret that, and that's why things for on the men's side, it start, like I said, now it's starting to a little bit teeter back towards the men, still towards the ladies. You guys got it on easier mode than the men do, but it's starting to teeter towards the men, because now they're starting to understand the power of money when it comes to um, getting women, and that luxury of rejection is starting to get a lot higher because of the fact that we got the money, right? Um, yeah, so um, you know, I think one of the things for men also, um, one of the things that you got to watch out for as men is you have to pay attention to um, the fact that women want more. Women always want more. Like, that's just their nature to always want more. You know, and I'm not saying that's you guys got to understand something, right? I speak real. Like, I don't sugarcoat. I speak real. Like, I tell you what I feel. I tell you how I'm feeling, and I'm very direct with it. So you don't. There's no misconception of what I mean, right? Um, I just feel like men need to start out at the bottom with a woman, right? Take her basic first dates, right? Um, One of the things that makes women live on easy mode also is the fact that men pay for first dates. I think that's a rule. That's my rule. First date is paid for by a man. Everything else after that, you guys talk about, work out. But as far as first dates, man pays for it, hands down, right? I'm a big believer in that, right? So in the easy mode conversation, the reason why that works for women is because if a woman decides to go on 52 first dates, right, one date every Friday, with Friday or Saturday with another man, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Seeing one guy for within a 7 day period, and then seeing another guy after 7 days, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Sexually, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. Some people might, but honestly, even if they think that that's kind of bad, I really don't think that that's bad either, right? A week in between. You know what I'm saying? If they did do it with that person, like, shoot, I know some dudes. Hey, anyway, sometimes one day, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, um, so if they go on 52 first dates, that's 52 days that they ate, right? Let's say they be kind of bougie women, right? You know what I'm saying? The bougie girls don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, right? So you're looking at probably dropping like a ball, a G, you know what I'm saying, on a first date. So let's say she does that with every man for 52 for a year. That's a whole year. That's $52,000. Did I add that up correctly? That's $52,000, man. Women got it on easy mode, man. They can reject us. They can figure out which one. They can weed out which one they want. They can take their time picking out whichever one they want. Then when they pick that person, they can meet that person, make him pay for a good ass meal, an event, hanging out for a night, drop him, and then go to the next. But like I said, where it changes at in the end is that men are starting to understand how much the money is a deciding factor in some of these situations. So they can pull them in with the money, then let them know, hey, look, now that you know that I got the money, fall in line or get behind. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. I actually want to do another episode probably tomorrow about um Minnesota men. Cause I keep hearing this crazy. I'm the type of dude, man. I keep my ear to the street, man. I hear what people are saying, man. So I want to holler holler at y'all about Minnesota dudes, man. Because my guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Minnesota dude, man. I know I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, but I was raised in Minnesota. After 5 years old, pretty much Minnesota's all I know. And the niggas, excuse my language, I got stopped at the Kings and the men that I know from Minnesota. Um, Compared to living out in Cali, living in Connecticut, the East Coast, living in North Carolina, and just being in these other places and dealing and interacting with other men. Minnesota got some good dudes. So we'll talk about that probably tomorrow. So you know what I'm saying? Tune in with me, man. I'm gonna be cracking it off, man. I'm loving this medium. I hope it shined through the way I need it to shine through. I'll check it later. You know what I'm saying? I'll go on and I'll check it later. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this, man. We're gonna do this, man, because I gotta get this information out to y'all, man. And hey, easy mode, right? Just remember that. Remember that. Stay true to it, and we'll respect each other. And it's okay. Easy mode is okay. When I talk about these things, if I don't specifically say that it's bad, I'm just pointing it out, stating the fact, and having a conversation about it. And that's what we're gonna do here on Thailand TV, 800 Styles Productions. We coming at you, man. Be on the lookout for my website for 800 Styles Production to be done pretty soon. Also, like I said, working on Athletes in Crisis, to where we're helping student athletes. This is going to be a long, this NIL thing is going to be a long journey, and it's going to be some kids, man. It's going to be some kids going to need some help dealing with this stuff, man. Whether they're getting it done or whether they ain't getting it done, but they're going to need some help with it. So, that's why we're coming at you with Athletes in Crisis, and then we're gonna go ahead and slide that into the motherboard of Marathon Sports. So we'll get my brother back on that. You know what I'm saying? Had to take a moment, pause for a minute, but we're gonna be back on that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the future, man. Profit, man. I see the future. I see what's coming. I see what's gonna be hitting. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? Tupac said, "Baby, follow me." You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Word like, hey. 800 Styles, man. T Dub, you know what I'm saying? Coach Ward, man. Look, it's cracking, man. It's looking good, man. So I said I'll check it out, man. Keep coming in, keep tuning in. I'll get more of a structured schedule going into this, so that way I can kind of, figure out when I'm going to talk and post to you guys. But I'm gonna have my live stuff going on. I'm gonna have all my other content on there. I'm gonna have my scripted stuff, and then also I got my guy. We got a show coming for you guys, so stick with me, rock with me, man. I'm gonna be out here, man. But man, hey, it's my off season right now, man. No coaching, and my son all over the place right now. So, yeah, I'll let your boy, man. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. One love, man. Check my stuff out. YouTube, at YouTube / Forever 45, or just look up my name, Tylen Ward. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Google me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Let's get it cracking, man. One love, man. Peace out. Good night.